Hello again, everyone. Michael back with another review. This time I'm going to break it up. Normally I would do maybe a couple reviews. I'm doing two videos. One is going to be for Shocking Dark. Another one's going to be for The Changeling. Both are from Severin Films. And normally I just kind of clump them in together into one video. But my cohort, Ryan at Cultsploitation's all like, "Man, I don't want to have two in one video. Jeez, it takes too much time." Oh, what a baby. So I said, fine, I'll break them up. So, first, just kidding, Ryan, just kidding. First, we're gonna do Shocking Dark. It is a film by Bruno Matti, who you know from, oh God, how many other ones? Violence in a Women's Prison. Bruno Matti has done so many that I've reviewed. I don't know, go back, look at his history. It is co-written by Claudio Fragasso and Rosella Drutti, Troll 2 cohorts. They are... Okay, first things first, Shocking Dark. It's also known as Terminator 2. And it is such a blatant ripoff of... not Terminator 2, but Aliens. It is such a ripoff. But in the special feature where they interview the writers, that was actually what they were supposed to do. That was their task. They were told, write a script and rip off Aliens and Terminator. That's it. That's all they want. We want you to rip off those films. So basically they did. Rosella was... she said it's really hard to obviously rip off Aliens when you have a shoestring budget. However, they did a pretty good job of ripping off the entire film. The premise is in Venice, Italy. It is a dead city. The water has been contaminated. And they put up an aqueduct, so it's basically walled off. The city's walled off. No one can get into Venice. But the researchers are there trying to fix the water and everything like that. And some researchers in the tunnels are complaining about some monsters or something, so they send in a group of mercenaries, a group of Marines, Megaforce, led by the girl who was in Demons, Greta. She was in Demons. She was the first woman to put the mask on, gets the cut, and then turns into a demon. They go in, Megaforce goes in, they bring a woman scientist with them. They have a corporate company man with them. They don't want a company man with them, but he comes anyways. He works for the Tubular Company. Tubular, dude. And they go in, they have to get the research. Because it's the site that's where the scientist was. It's been, I don't know, it's been blocked up. Whatever, it doesn't matter because there's really no plot for this. They go in, they find some monsters, they fight the monsters. They have the little tracking devices. Beep, beep, beep. They're all around us. 5 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet. What? They would be right on us. It's the exact scene from Aliens. They find a little girl there, although the little girl doesn't seem very little. She's like super tall. They find her. There's one scene where the older girl and the younger girl, they take a nap in a room and the door is locked in and they're locked in with a monster and the company man is outside looking in the monitor and turns it off. And literally, it is a ripoff of Aliens. Everything is a ripoff. You could watch this movie and watch Aliens, and you would see the scenes like they obviously copied. Everything's copied. They cut the power, and the woman's like, "Oh my God, they cut the power!" And then the guy's like, "What do you mean they cut the power?" Like, it's like exact lines from the film. It's hilarious. But the problem is, it's also really, really bad. It is a bad film. It is long too. It's only 90 minutes. It felt like it was 3 hours. I was watching this. I was like, oh my God, just end already. Just end, please end. Because it's not gory. There's no gore in it. The acting is terrible. Oh my God. The end of the film rips off Terminator because there's a cyborg that shows up. They time travel. What else? yeah, that's it, because it is a terrible film. It is so long. Why does it have to be so long? The monsters in it are ridiculous looking. They look like some sort of Cthulhu fish hybrid thing. I don't know what they are. I don't know. They're obviously people that drank the water, I guess, and got contaminated and morphed into these mutants. Scientists earlier on is going crazy, and I don't understand why he goes crazy. Nothing's explained in this film. The only thing that's explained is that it's a ripoff of Aliens. Yeah, so would I recommend seeing the film? You just the only reason I would recommend seeing it is because you have to see how much of a ripoff it is. Like, it's just hilarious how much of a ripoff. That would be probably the only reason I would suggest seeing this film. But if you do decide to see it, or if you do love the film for some apparent reason, Severin Films has you covered with Shocking Dark Blu-ray with a fancy black case. Video quality, it's not bad. I mean, it's a little rough around the edges, but it's a low-budget, older film. It's nice to have it finally on HD. So cool. It's weird. It has English Mono 2.0, but if you speak German, you're good. If you speak Italian, you're good. If you speak Spanish, you're good. If you speak, I don't know whatever, Portuguese or Pygmy, I don't know. You're basically good, because there's tons of audio tracks. But if you're deaf or hard of hearing, you fucked. Because there is no subtitles in this film. There's no subtitles. Why is there no English subtitles? Why? Why is there no English subtitles? So that was weird. I thought that was kind of a mistake on Severin's part to not include English subtitles. Special features, though, you have Terminator in Venice, which is wrong. That's the interview with co-director and co-screenwriters Claudio Fragassi and Rossella Drutti. That one wasn't super long. It was only like maybe 13 minutes, but they just kind of talk about how it was a ripoff. And then you have Once Upon a Time in Italy, which is an interview with the actress Greta. She more so talks about her other films in her career, and only talks a little bit about Shocking Dark, but, she talks about working with Bruno and stuff like that, so that was kind of cool. And then you have the alternate Italian titles, which is the Terminator 2 intro. And that's the Blu-ray right there. There is no alternate sleeve. It's just the Blu-ray disc. Yeah, and then there's no alternate sleeve or anything. It's just blank in the back. So yeah, Shocking Dark, a shockingly bad ripoff of Aliens. But if you're a fan, the Blu-ray is worth it. So let's stop the video here and start up another YouTube video. Of course, if you watch that YouTube video first, you're going to be confused by the ending of this one. So that's going to be weird. I probably shouldn't have done that way. Anyway, stay tuned for The Changeling, a much better film.